There are 4 things you should never have to beg your partner for.
And here's the uncomfortable part. Sometimes we're begging for things that shouldn't have to be requested repeatedly, and it honestly pisses me off. I mean, why are you in my life if I've got to call your attention on the specifics of a relationship?
And the number 1 thing you shouldn't beg your partner for is loyalty. But, Leo, before you say anything, you really have to understand that loyalty is not a female responsibility. Because sometimes the way people talk about loyalty in relationships sounds like women are supposed to prove themselves to men, while men are somehow given more room to make mistakes. And I totally do not concur with that.
I actually agree with you, but I think you're missing something. A lot of men place enormous value on knowing that the women they're with are genuinely loyal to them. And I'm not talking about controlling who she talks to, but rather something deeper than that. A man wants to know, when I'm not in the room, can she protect our relationship by not being available to anyone else? Because loyalty isn't about whether you physically cheat. It's about what you entertain, who you give access to, and whether you protect the relationship when someone else starts showing interest.
Leo, you're describing loyalty as though it's something men need from women. Women need exactly the same thing. If some women are flirtatious with you, I don't want you enjoying the attention and then tell me, but I never cheated. That's not loyalty.
Absolutely. And that's where I think we're actually saying the same thing.
Maybe, but I still think there's a double standard. A man can have 10 women in his DMs and everyone laughs about it. But a woman then has 1 man in her DMs and suddenly we're having a relationship tribunal.
That's a fair criticism, but I also think we have to separate attention from permission. Someone can desire you without having access to you. And that's where loyalty becomes powerful. You don't control whether someone else wants you, but you can definitely control what you do with the attention. How do you love someone and still flirt with others or even entertain such? It really doesn't make sense to me. If you want to be here, then be here. But if not, please leave my life alone.
Exactly. And that takes us to the second reason, reassurance. And can I say something that I believe a lot of men would disagree with?
Of course, Maya. Go for it.
Sometimes, when women ask for reassurance, men immediately call it jealousy. And it doesn't sit right with me. I want you to understand how I feel and make me see that everything is totally fine. Is that too much to ask for?
No. Listen, if every time I speak to another woman, you need me to explain myself, reassure you, prove that I love you, and tell you there's nothing going on, at some point, that's not reassurance anymore.
Okay, but what if I'm not asking because I think you're cheating?
Then, why are you asking?
Because sometimes I just want to feel chosen.
That's different. And I say that because saying, I don't trust you, and saying, I know I can trust you, but I still want to feel loved.
Exactly.
But here's where I think most women get it wrong sometimes. A man shouldn't have to spend every day defending his love, because love shouldn't feel like a courtroom. Because if your actions makes your partner feel secure, you won't have to constantly convince them with words.
But reassurance shouldn't feel like a burden either, because sometimes your partner doesn't need a 10 minutes explanation. Sometimes they just need you to say, I'm here, I love you, you're safe with me.
Exactly, Maya. And that indeed takes us to the third reason, respect.
Respect is one of the things people do not take very serious in relationships, and the lack of it ruins everything.
You can love someone deeply and still disrespect them. In fact, to a man, respect simply means love.
That's true. And sometimes people confuse being comfortable with being disrespectful.
Exactly.
Also, you know that feeling when someone knows you'll forgive them? That's when some people stop treating you carefully. They break boundaries. speak down on you. You know why? Because you will still forgive them. My advice is, leave anyone that constantly breaks your boundaries. They're careless of how you feel or the standards you've set for yourself. Do not chase them.
Especially for men, I think respect matters enormously, and it's non-negotiable. Because a man can handle disagreement, he can handle criticism, he can even handle being told he's wrong.
But not humiliation.
Exactly.
And honestly, neither do women want that. Because you can tell me I'm wrong without making me feel stupid.
And you can disagree with me without trying to destroy my dignity.
That's the difference.
Because respect doesn't mean you never disagree.
It means you remember who you're talking to while you disagree.
That's powerful.
Thank you.
And that takes us to the final reason, affection.
Can I say something that I think couples do not realize until it's too late?
Yes, of course.
You can still love someone and stop making them feel loved.
That's a very important distinction.
Because affection slowly disappears in some relationships.
And this isn't because the love disappeared, right?
Exactly.
Well, life happens.
Work happens. Bills happens. And suddenly the person you used to reach for without thinking becomes the person you barely touch.
Stress happens. Children happens.
It should be. But let's be clear. Affection isn't just sex. Or a kiss before leaving the house.
Exactly. It can be a hand on your partner's shoulder.
Or holding hands. And sometimes it's simply asking your partner, how are you doing?
It could also be sitting close to each other and looking at your partner when they're talking.
Exactly. Because when you stop paying attention to someone, you eventually stop noticing what they need.
So you're saying affection is attention?
Exactly. So guys, ask yourself these questions. Am I really present in my partner's life? Am I there to give them emotional support? Have I stopped being affectionate and not knowing? Does my partner still feel my presence through affection? These questions are worth meditating upon, and we hope you find answers to them. Leo, any closing remarks?
Thanks, Maya, for such a heartfelt questions. Please, guys, if you stayed to this point, do not forget to subscribe to Leo and Maya. Like, share, and do leave your comments. We really appreciate the family we have in you. And as always, see you on next week's episode.